Just after the war broke out in a little barangay of Kaya-Kaya, Ampatuan, Maguindanao, during the break of dawn on April 23, 1949, a baby girl was born. She was the only girl out of six siblings of Mr. Dominador Dumaquinta Biaca and Patricia Castillon Masula. During her childhood years, she used to be boyish, as she was eventually surrounded by boys as her playmates and seldom played with her fellow girls. She started her primary grades in Lower Maganoy Elementary School with Mr. Cesar Iman as the principal. Due to some reasons, the Biaca family transferred and settled to Tacorong, particularly in Montilla Plantation. They continued to live peacefully and happily as one family. And so, her schooling was not also disrupted, where she continued at Montilla Primary School to New Lagao Elementary School, where the late Mr. Procopio Cañoso is the current principal. She enrolled her secondary education in Notre Dame of Tacorong for Girls year 1965 to 1968 and pursued to finish her tertiary education in Magsaysay Memorial College with a degree Bachelor of Science in Education, major in Social Studies with minor in English year 1972. Right after she graduated, her desire led her to be hired as a substitute teacher for a year in Tacorong Municipal High School. She even handled the advisory of the SAAT unit. She temporarily stopped teaching for 3 years, for she settled to brought up her own family with her handsome better half, the late Mr. Freddy Estrelianis Depra Sr., a former police officer and a personal bodyguard of the late Mayor Jose Escribano. Year 1975 is the turning point to start over again and to fulfill her profession. She was given the order to teach in Esperanza District 2, especially in the newly founded New Panay Barangay High School, under the direct supervision of the late Mr. Victorino Fontanilla. There, she met the two teachers, Miss Emilia Midel and Nympha Higantuca, under the administration of the late Mr. Milner Cuevas, the principal of New Panay Elementary School. The elementary and high school at that time was under the same ground. She has been regularized in her teaching profession when she passed the Professional Board Examination for Teachers, or PBET, during the year 1978. With her appointment in the service to the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, she likewise remained her residency in this barangay until now. Mrs. Emilia Lutilia was already her administrator at the time. The undying love of our retiree with her husband Freddy Depra, who was an active barangay kagawad of Barangay New Panay, produced 6 lovely siblings. The eldest son, Freddy Depra Jr., is now employed in Bureau of Plant Industry in Davao City as a supervisor in a security unit. The second child is Catherine Depra, who has been schooling until first year high school, but unfortunately passed away at a very young age. Reynanti Depra is her second son, who is presently in active service in the Armed Forces of the Philippines, based in Leyte. He got married to Miss Mia de Ramas, a graduate of Sultan Kudarat State University with a degree BSFT. They have already 2 kids, which are now in their grade school level. The fourth child is Yvette Depra, who finished her Bachelor of Science in Home Economics in the University of Southern Mindanao. She got married to Mr. J. Duco with 3 children. Currently, Yvette is working abroad to seek for greener pasture. The fifth child is Florisa Depra, a graduate of New Panay National High School as a salutatorian, and likewise idolized her mother to become a professional teacher. She finished her college in the University of Southern Mindanao with a degree Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English, as well her master's degree at the Mindanao State University, General Santos City, as Master of Arts in Educational Management. Currently, she was employed in Salabaca National High School and already a Teacher 2 position. Ma'am Kani will soon to be married this summer to Mr. Ray Disquatan, a Marine officer based in Holo, Sulu. Her youngest son is Ronchel Depra, who finished with honors in this institution and continued his excellence in the University of Southern Mindanao, taking up Bachelor of Science in Biology. He has been employed to various recruitment and real estate industries until he landed presently as the Director of Sales and Marketing of Mountain Haven Development Incorporated, a prestigious real estate company based in Davao City. Despite hardships and difficulties in life after being widowed year 1993, our retiree managed being a single parent to her young siblings. She was able to fulfill her obligations and responsibilities with strong faith to the Almighty. She was already secured with her children who have fulfilled their dreams after finishing school. Ladies and gentlemen, and the Department of Education, our retiree rendered 40 years in the service, starting from 316 pesos until she landed in Master Teacher 1, earning 32,000 pesos. Close to her retirement year, our honoree started another chapter of accomplishment to build her dream house. Gradually, she was able to construct a simple residential house in which, according to her, is a dwelling heaven, a home to live harmoniously. As a teacher, her irrefutable, bubbly, and gay spirit made her to be an extraordinary talented person. She never complained and even volunteered in the tasks given to her, most especially in performing intermission numbers in special occasions. These special characteristics made her the proud favorite. She was a performer by blood who was an actress, dancer, and a singer, especially in ballroom and dance sports. Way back in her secondary and college days, she was an active member of a choir, dramatic guild, and usually the chosen representative in popularity contests, and never failed to bring home the crowd. In fact, at age 62, she joined the Search for Mutiana Guro during teachers program in Water Grand Resort, General Santos City, which was awarded Darling of the Crowd. She continued her winning streak to be crowned as Gandalola year 2010 in this municipality, which later competed in the provincial level and was crowned first runner-up. This proves that the enhancing beauty of our retiree never fades but shines bright like a diamond. Laughs filled the air with her classic jokes whenever she joined in a group. You can never feel emptiness and boredom in classroom because she doesn't want to see anyone crying, for in crying makes an individual look ugly. That's the obvious secret why our retiree looks young and glowing as she gets aged. Ladies and gentlemen, our retiree is active in Girl Scouting movement, where her services since then was recognized to be given the Service Award last January 18, 2014 at Tacorong Gym for her 2 triennial terms of successive, dedicated years in the movement, along with Mrs. Alona Zamora, the troop leader. Our retiree is still in capacity to render her service to the department, but her age would not warrant anymore. And so, whether she likes it or not, she is forced to retire at age 65, which reached the final pinnacle of her limelight, for rendering 40 fruitful and dedicated years in the teaching service.
That not a single soul could tell that I was.
Happiness is overflowing in her heart. No words can even describe the ecstasy she felt at this very moment. Only what she wants to express is her gratitude to everyone who have a big part in her success. According to her, she have done the greatest performance in her life and fulfilled the task God has given to her. Mission accomplished.
Hindi ko alam ang aking huling mga salita na iiwan sa inyo. Pero gagawin ko ito dahil ito ay tinakdang sa tamang oras, pinsa at taon. Ang 40 taon na parang kahapon lamang. Ang mga masasayang sandali pag tayo may mga okasyon, mga malulungkot na pangyayari sa ating buhay, mga sama ng loob. Pero lahat na ito ay natapos na. Simula sa araw na ito, salamat sa Panginoon na ako'y naging guro dahil hindi na mabibilang ang mga kabataan na pinagsikapan ko dito at ibinahagi ang karunungan ng Diyos sa kapwa ko guro. Salamat sa mga bagay na ibinahagi ninyo sa akin na siyang nagsilbing lakas upang tumagal ang aking pagtuturo sa nga matataas na siyang nagtipid. Salamat sa inyong walang sawang pagtaguyod at paghanda sa mga guro upang maging epektibo na tagahubog ng pag-uugali at pagkatao ng mga mag-aaral. I am still willing to render my service, but my age will not warrant. I have done my responsibility. First and foremost, I was able to issue sa aking mga anak, ito ang palaging isa sa isip ninyo na kaya kong harapin ang mga pagsubok sa buhay dahil mahal ko kayo mahal. It hurts to say goodbye, but I have to say so long, especially to my good teachers here in Panay National High School. I may not be the fortunate one, but for you, I am blessed. Thank you, and mabuhay tayo.
Us like it is and like it isn't the way you do, and seasons change, the years go by and lives we share, and now the time has come to say goodbye, my friend. What will we do without the Queen? It's been so good, but now the time has come to say goodbye.